Not when the stuff that I have been seeing is getting worse and worse. You know, it's crazy, man. It's modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, you got, you know, New York has decriminalized prostitution, so they out there free fucking. You see what I'm saying? In broad day. In broad day. You know, California is fitting to do the same. California is fitting to be the second state to decriminalize prostitution. And you just don't want to be that guy. And speaking of, excuse me, not want to be that guy, this gentleman right here, you know, I knew him. I didn't necessarily mob with him per se. You see what I'm saying? I chill with him a little bit, but this is my, you know, my peoples. This is my kinfolk. That was his man. And he used to always talk about him like, hey, man, you need to chill with this guy, man. You know what I mean? He's solid, man. He this, he that. And this isn't a knock on my kinfolk character, because at the end of the day, the greatest trick that the devil pulled was having the world believe that he didn't exist. The issue was the fact that this man literally went on a raping spree, man. For years. Almost got my kinfolk jammed up, man. Now I'll explain that a little bit later. What's so cold about it is my spirit told me not to fool with him. Now, first and foremost, when I met him, I thought it was odd that he was a dude from the hood that didn't drink or smoke. Now, in my experience, whenever you meet somebody under those circumstances, they have to be the shooter. That might go over your head, but I learned that a long time ago. I was like, okay, I paid attention to people like that. I was like, okay, you from the hood and you'll drink or smoke or have any sort of vices. So I would just pay close attention to him. He was a pussy fiend, you know, but we just thought at the time that all he did was, you know, just chase skirts. When in all actuality, he was taking them. This dude, like, if I showed y'all the whole article, or if you looked it up and you saw how many people, or how many women rather, came forward. And first and foremost, let me issue my, you know, sincerest apologies, and, you know, my prayers go out to the families of the victims, man. Like that, bruh. This dude deserves to be buried under the jail. It's a shame to say I even knew this guy. He has 7 life sentences. Well, let me take that back. He's serving life in prison because he went on raping sprees, man. Multi-state raping sprees. And that's what got this dude caught up, because he was in Oklahoma. He was in, you see what I'm saying, Louisiana. He was in Texas, all sorts of shit. And then all of the stories, you see what I'm saying, like the victims corroborated, and all of the stories started to add up. I don't necessarily know how they got him. I don't know if it was DNA or whatever, but they got this dude, and he's still sitting down. Life in prison. Either you control your lust or your lust controls you. It is not that serious. If you hear some audio in the background, that's my daughter. And the reason why I'm overprotective of my family, and I don't, you know, post pictures of them on social media and stuff like that, is because of wicked ass shit like this. Because they have predators out there that are preying on your family, preying on your children. This dude, now mind you, like, he would hit me and be like, hey man, let's go hit the stroll. And I would just never follow up with him. I never mobbed with this dude by himself. Never. It was always me, my kinfolk, and him. And at the time, like I said, I couldn't really put a finger on it, but it was just something about him that, you know, I just said, nah, I'm good, I'll pass. Listen to your gut. Your instincts are never wrong. They are never wrong. I don't understand it. I don't understand the process of a man that, you know, that has to resort to raping a woman. I don't. It's not that serious, man. It's not that serious. More to the point, I remember, what's his name? Darren Sharper. Darren Sharper, man. This dude was on his way to becoming a Hall of Fame cornerback. You see what I'm saying? This dude was on his way to becoming a Hall of Fame cornerback, but was sitting there drugging women and sexually assaulting them, and pled guilty to it. You see what I'm saying? Pled guilty. And what I can't figure out, I'm like, this dude is a high caliber player, man. I can see if he was just a regular ass dude that was in the league. No, this dude was a somebody. Was touching some major paper, was giving bitches the date rape drug, man. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it when you got working girls. You see what I'm saying? When you got girls who girls who are about their business, get you out the way, if that's what you into. But then you trying to force yourself on females, you trying to rape females, you trying to drug females. That's some sucker shit, man. Even as a kid, when I was a little younger kicking rocks, even as a little bitty boy, nobody never had to tell me that wasn't cool for me to know that wasn't cool. I have zero sympathy for these motherfuckers. Zero. None. I just don't get it, man. And this is the reason why I'm going about things the way that I am now, because I'm showing my flesh that it does not rule me. The greater a man's sexual desire, the more submissive he is to true female nature. Let me say that again. The greater a man's sexual desire, the more submissive he is to true female nature. You could never be a man of influence. You could never be a man of respect if you are still ruled by your lower nature. You can never be a man of influence. You can never be a man of respect if you are still ruled by your base desires. I knew this man. This isn't hyperbole. This isn't something for likes and clickbait. I knew this man, and he's serving a life sentence. He deserves to be buried under the jail. Bro, this shit is wild, man. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Gentlemen, it's not that serious. I told y'all if I could cut my numbers in half, I would, and I wouldn't think twice about it, but I can't. That's why I'm going about it the way I am now. That's why I carry myself, in a different manner. That's why I walk different, I talk different, because the pussy holds no sway. I've rendered it powerless. Gentlemen, it's not that serious. This man is serving a life sentence. Imagine the damage, the irreparable damage that he caused to those families. He has children, you see what I'm saying, that will only see him behind bars because he was ruled by his lower nature. Imagine how, oh man. Gentlemen, man, I can't stress how sickening this is. I wanted to illustrate the point that it's just not that serious, man. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I remember I was looking at the little press conference that they had, and they had a couple of the victims that were up there. And it just, it's like I would have flashbacks of when I would, chop game with this guy. And I had to question myself, like, why didn't I cut this dude off earlier? Not saying that I knew, but some of those signs were still there. It's a shame, man. It's a shame. Gentlemen, either you control your lust or your lust controls you.